Enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. It's good shit. Getting me some classic sci-fi. It's been fun. So let's dive into game number 3, guys. Up here in the top right-hand side in the red, representing TIC, it is Zarin. And that there is the most beautiful clan picture I have ever seen. Someone is a paint artiste. Fantastic. Down here in the bottom left-hand side in the blue, representing ICYFAR, it is Matzor. Not sure why there's an L. ICYFAR Play with Soul. That's cool. A cool little logo. I gotta say though, design-wise, preferring this one. I think it's a little bit more technically impressive. My man, Love Tool SD2 with the big 27-month resub. He says BlizzCon hype. Hells yeah, mate. Less than a month to BlizzCon. That's gonna be fantastic. Thank you very much for the resub. Appreciate you being one of the probably top 10, definitely top 15. I think Pigsty members. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that. It looks like Zarin is going to be playing the challenge. For you guys who've just tuned in, the challenge for this this game here and the games we've already cast today was zoning laws. You are only allowed to take bases that aren't adjacent to each other. So you're going to expand all over the map in all sorts of crazy scenarios. And I was very excited to see exactly what games came out of that. And so far, they've been pretty damn entertaining. You can kind of see just how kind of confused and erratic the gameplay becomes when suddenly you're both not able to easily confirm how many bases your opponent's on, when you're trying to defend and attack from all these different areas that you're not used to. It really creates some scrappy, messy games. And that is always the idea of iCast your freaking awesome replays. It's just kind of put you guys out of your comfort zone a little bit, force you to play a little bit differently. And I think that really does make a big difference. Matzor here is like, oh god, he doesn't have an expansion. Double bunker goes down at the front. He's in full panic mode right now, just going, oh, fuck. He's going to attack me. Oh, he's going to try and bust me. He's scouting crazily like, oh, where's the hatchery? He's proxy hatching, isn't he? He's proxy hatching. He's frantically hunting for it. Poor Matzor. Let's go to his camera. Let's go to his camera while he panics and tries to figure out what's going on. If you guys want to get your replays in for next week, guys, the challenge is mini mono battles. You may only use one unit type in each attack you make. You can swap units with each wave, though, so you aren't stuck with just one unit for the entire game. As always, things like queens, drones, SCVs, obviously you're allowed to build those as always. If you aren't familiar with ICYFAR, the rules are always slightly loose and open to interpretation. Do try to follow them as closely as possible, but the more exciting the game, the more forgiving of any transgressions I will be. Still, no idea of what's going on. Matzor here in full panic mode. Reaper scouting around. The one place he hasn't checked right now, of course, is this base. And Zarin right now is playing pretty much a stock standard macro game. It's like, yep, just droning up, have Ling speed on the way. Oh, by the way, I've got this third base in the top left-hand side of the map. Just at the normal timing, a third would go down, and is now controlling the watchtower. So Matzor freaking out a little bit, and if these Zerglings can actually stop that SCV, which they're going to, no vision for Matzor at all. And oh man, what a nightmare as a Terran player. He's building tanks. He's still got his double bunker. He's pumping out Marines. He's desperately thinking, what the hell is going on right now? Misses the drone rally with the Reaper. Oh, he saw the edge of it. He saw the edge of it. Okay, he knows. Matzor's about to find this base, but he still doesn't know about the natural down there. So even though he's going to find these 3 drones and maybe get a couple of kills. Oh, the drones actually turned to fight here. Zarin going to force a little bit of micro out of Matzor, but Matzor, of course, will get one drone before a couple of Zerglings come in, shut that Reaper down. And I think at this point, Matzor might be starting to realize that he's up against a more economic play than he had first thought. More and more drones transferring over to that third base. Zarin going full macro mode. Holy shit, Zarin. Oh my god. Just playing like a psycho right now. Wolfman, what up, mate? Says it's been a very BM heavy ladder session for you. I hope that's because you've been winning a lot of games, you know? If you're winning a lot of games, people are getting a bit salty with you. Hats off to you. And if they've been getting salty at you while winning or being douchebags, then don't worry. Just remember it's because they probably have very, very disappointing lives. That they just want to spread some of their own toxicity. Don't let it get to you, buddy. Have a bit of fun. Soak up those tears. I actually drink those tears. They give me sustenance, man. People cry on ladder. I just like slurp that shit right up. I lick it right off their cheek, man. I didn't even wait for the tears to drip to the ground. I'm just there like Marines snipe down that Overlord. Matzor here with the third bunker as well. A little bit freak. You know, he's kind of like overly defensive mode right now. Third bunker down. And my man, Mar, 2795 with a 3-month resub. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, mate. Really appreciate the resub. Thank you, thank you. Evo Chambers, Zerglings on the way. Zarian's just playing a normal macro game. Holy shit. And he is so out of control right now. I keep saying he for everybody. I'm a bit special that way. I don't know why. But anyway, Zaren is wrecking it right now. Zaren is absolutely destroying. Madzor gonna come forward. Still sees pretty much nothing. Madzor's like, fucking hell. Scared. Still sees no natural, but sees creep out here. Oh, poor Madzor. It's just like, what the fuck's happening right now? He's just like turtling on 2-base so hard. Madzor freaking out like crazy. And Zaren's like, oh yeah, by the way, taking my 6th gases. I have a 4th base up. This one's fully saturated. Layers on the... Oh my god. Zaren is looking so disgustingly good right now. So disgustingly good. Okay, this Liberator could do some work. There's a Spore and a Queen, but they're not on the edge or anything. So if the Liberator sieges up, I think you might be able to siege from the high ground here, actually. And with an Overlord only there, it might not be able to get it. So yeah, if you siege on the high ground, just with your circle, like touching there or something, I don't think they'll be able to snipe it until this Overlord moves up to provide vision. But Matzor just looking at focusing on taking the 3rd right now, and we'll see how we go. Badfish, you want me to narrate your life? Oh yeah, that's one of my services, by the way. Along with selling out my pride, shaving my head for money, and now streaming for the entertainment of a bunch of neckbeards on Twitch, I also offer commentary of your life service. So you just need to like record everything and send it to me along with all of your credit card details. And I'll just charge you for the small fee of $1,000 for every 5 minutes of commentary. No worries, send me your info, mate. And oh my god! Free Marines! What a massacre. The Zerglings find a whole ton of Marines. They're even going to get a siege tank up here. This siege tank back here doing some good damage. Ooh, 18 kills. Got some very nice splash shots. But still, nonetheless, pretty decent trade for Zaren with that huge economy right now. Look at the creep spread. This map is more covered in acne than the face of a 13-year-old. Holy shit. This is some pubescent fucking mech depot right now. Get out the acne cream, guys. We need some Clearasil or something. Jesus fucking Christ. Lasers coming down from above here. We've got the Liberator just raining down a little bit of freedom. Finally getting one on the board for Matzor. But he's going to need a few more of these if he wants to bring Zaren back down to the same level. Now, Terran player Matzor with a good tactical retreat there from that Liberator. These Marines coming forward here. Matzor's like, yeah, I dropped your natural. You don't have a natural, though, so I guess I just sit here. Oh, catches the drone transfer. Okay, that was worth. That was totally worth. I'll stop making fun of the drop now. All right, it did its job. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, multiple queens going down. Overlords in the open. Zerglings trying to make their way back. Zaren actually caught out here. So focused on the creep spread, just trying to get that acne everywhere. Didn't even focus on having any spotters for this. And really slow reaction. Marines in the choke point just took out a lot of stuff. Oh, he's just going to redrop as well. Matzor going into full Terran mode right now. Drop just dancing around this map. Remember, there is a Spire, but no flying units have been built yet. So Matzor just keeps doing the pick up, pretend you're flying off, and then just redrop almost immediately. Luckily, Zaren watching the Zerg back for once there. Splitting off a nice drop squad. And this Queen going to start to work on that medevac as well. Thank you so much to Soda for the Twitch Prime sub. Much love, mate. Really appreciate that. Ooh, Marines are redropping here. They're going to try and fight that Queen. Maybe going to see if they can pick off an Extractor. Not the best target, but that's okay. This has all been a distraction. Matzor shoving up into the top left-hand side. Base in the open, drones in the open. Still no Banelings out. Zaren has been playing mass Zergling. And, oh, the Widow Mines do fire. The hatchery goes down. These drones rallying out of there, but most of them do die on the way out. Here comes the Zerglings. Zerglings wrapping around. There's a decent number of them, but 2-2 isn't quite done yet, so it's +1 versus the 1-1 upgrades. Nice upgrade lead for Zaren, but not as big as it's going to be in about a minute's time. That drop in the main looks like it also got cleaned up. Knocked back down to 3 bases is Zaren. Zaren trying to take a 4th down the bottom side of the map. Of course, remember, guys, Zaren cannot expand next to any of Zaren's own expansions. But finally, it looks like the answer to the drops is about to come out. 17 Mutalisks will be popping in the next minute. And that's going to be absolutely massive as they group up and start to fly out on this map. Zeren finally investing in a Baneling Nest as well. Going to be a big, big boon. And check it out. I mean, the creep just keeps on going. The Zerg gift that never, ever stops giving. Creep spread, just giving map hacks, giving absolutely massive movement bonuses, which of course boost your melee units' ability in battle by about 20, 30, sometimes 40 or 50%. And it just makes a huge, huge difference. Biomine Liberator trying to push forward here. No Banelings for Zeren. Zeren's got to be careful with the engagements, but that's a ton of Mutas. Oh, but Zeren, I think it's a wise choice to back off for Zeren. Wait for a few more Banelings and then go in with the engagement a little bit later. Looks like for now, realizing how scary that army is, Zeren's just going to counterattack. Will find that 4th command center, as well as taking down some of these depots. The SCV line starting to be forfeit. The Muta's going to take down those missile turrets very quickly. Zerglings are being a little bit afraid. Muta's going to come forward. They're going to try and focus down that siege tank, but the Marines actually doing a really good job. Madzor stabilizing here in the midst of the chaos is at the same time going to push forward and start to take out that expansion there for Zeren. The Mutalisks here, it looks like most of them will fly out. The 4th command center finishes up and survives. Oh crap, Zeren is knee deep in shit right now and better start paddling really, really hard because Madzor, weathering the storm of psychopath fucking Zerg expand all over the map, cover the map and creep play, but just has the numbers right now. Up 40 army supply, even though down 1-1 to 2-2 upgrades, spawning pool and Baneling Nest are being rebuilt. Looks like Zeren already preparing for the main base to get destroyed. I think Zeren might have forgotten that the Baneling Nest is up in the main. Hasn't started Baneling speed. There's a ton of Mutas out right now. We've got 25 Mutas, but I don't think they can fight this army, especially not with a Widow Mine in there. He's going to focus down that Liberator. Very good there. Just takes a little bit of damage on the Mutas, kills the Lib. We've got drones transferring down to this base here. They're going to start mining. More Marines coming across the map. Big problem for Madzor is knee deep in this shit. And damn, man, like, there's just not enough scans to get rid of it. Like, it's not even worth scanning to get rid of the creep. And as these Banelings finish up, even without Baneling speed, they're going to be quite decent on creep when combined with the Lings and Mutas. And it looks like, speaking of Lings and Mutas, they're going to counterattack the 3rd base. Madzor has secured the 4th down the bottom, but all of his units are down there. Mutas come in. Oh, but there's a bunker there. The bunker is going to start to take out 1, 2 Mutalisks do fall. Zerglings on the 3rd doing some nice damage. Muta's going to try to focus that down as well. Same time, Madzor pushing towards that main base. Little does Madzor know, though, the spawning pool and Baneling Nest have already been replaced. Zeren has prepared well for the imminent base raid. Takes out the 3rd. But, oh, Madzor pushing and killing all the Zerglings that are trying to rally out. Baneling speed does finally start. Thankfully, smart move. Zeren starts the Baneling speed on that base down there. We got Marines, turrets, and Widow Mine spread. I don't think this position can be broken. But if Zeren can break the production, then it doesn't matter. If Zeren can just stop the units being built, then having an economy won't matter for Madzor until he can rebuild every single bit of production. So this is a good move by Zeren. Going to take out all of these units down here. Lings rallying in and just getting killed by the Marines. And Widow's like, oh my god, massive Thor shot. Huge Thor here, but unfortunately there's no support for it. The Lings and Banelings look like they're going to take it down. The Thor does take out a few Banelings before it goes, but the Mutas can come straight back on into the fight. The main base is down. Madzor here trying to make it work with this one big 40 army supply lead. But remember, guys, it is 2-2 versus 1-1. Baneling speed is almost finished. There's still 2 bases down here mining. And remember, as long as Zerg has bases, Zerg has production. Meanwhile, Madzor already supply capped, losing every single production facility in this main base. Madzor is basically going to be stuck on this army at the 4th and this army in the main. Madzor knows he needs to get more damage done, or he's actually maybe going to come home. He's boosting home with some of these medevacs. He's going to split 1 drop-off to try and clear up a base. Meanwhile, the depot's going down. The SCV's going down. Where are these Mutas? The Mutas come in and actually snipe down 1 turret. Trying to find that mineral line, but I think realizing there's maybe a little bit too much there. And these Mutas taking down a few more of these turrets, but they're dangerously low, some of these Mutalisks. We're down to just, what, 22 Mutas at this point. There's still 66 Marines on the field. We've got another Thor building there as well. If that gets out, that'll be huge. Widow Mine's coming down here. Uh-oh. This base is gone. The Widow Mine shoots the extractor like the dumbass that it is. The programming on Widow Mines, you know, for a race which can design giant battle cruisers to teleport intergalactically, they still can't program a Widow Mine to not fire into a drone that's about to hide into an extractor. Marines here. Going to go down to these mutas. Good engagement for the mutas. Going to take down this little squad of Marines. There's still one base mining here. There are still Zerglings out. But desperately, Zeren needs Banelings to stop this push. And right now, there are none. It's just 20 mutas and 20 Zerglings. That does not beat this Terran force. The mutas engaging. No! So many mutas go down. Only 17 left. Those 4 or 5 more mutas. They snipe a Widow Mine on the way out. But Zeren, you've got to make Banelings right now. Terran still has production up, and now that Matzor has actually not lost all the production, has actually rebuilt a lot of it, has even got a Thor out. Unfortunately, Matzor has forgotten about a lot of Widow Mines and has left them at home. These Zerglings here looking for a counterattack again. I don't think that's the right call from Zeren. Zeren, just Banelings on creep could deal with this army, but Zeren now, only now, is making these Banelings. Just as the Baneling Nest is about to go down. A little bit late for this. Zeren losing the spawning pool as well. We'll have no more production here. Oh, a couple of decent Widow Mine shots there. Oh no. Oh no, the Thor there gets a great shot off on those mutas. Almost pulls them into the Widow Mines, but quick reaction from Zeren does save those units for now. This army for Matzor is not being replenished very quickly, but I mean, Matzor does still have an economy up, and it is going to be slightly larger than the Zergs. Banelings! What the... We have to instant replay that. No! Matzor up 50 army supply. Just needs to not clump up on creep. Just needs to not clump up on creep. Oh my god. Of course, Zeren has the creep spread. The moment the Marines just clump up is like, well, fuck yeah, let's take that fight. Jumps on it. Zeren, with one mining base, a stone's throw from the Terran's base, is starting to try to drone up, which is just absolutely crazy right now. He's coming into that main base. At the same time, the Thors and Widow Mines trying to push in on this one. I don't think there's any Overseers, by the way, guys. There isn't. So there's no way to deal with these Widow Mines except when they're unburrowed. So the drones are trying to run right now, but there's no more hatchery. If this hatchery goes down, then that's going to be it. Mutas coming in. They do focus down one missile turret. They're going to get the next one. Great micro. Good magic boxing in from Zeren. Does lose one muta. Good focus with those 2 Marines. Oh, and the missile turret there. Oh, man. That missile turret is going to go down. So we've only got 14 mutas left. Remember, these mutas do regen like crazy. But their last hatchery is done. There's no command centers left except this one. If this command center goes down, the hatchery has already gone down. Zeren cannot mine. Zeren cannot build any more units this game. Oh, Zeren. Oh, he's going to get the Thor. The Thor just jumps on top of the mutas and actually throws itself away. A terrible move from Matzor. Needed to keep that Thor with the Widow Mines where the mutas couldn't engage into it, but he just throws it into the Mutalisks in a moment of panic saying, I need to save that planetary fortress. I guess maybe it was the right call because he needs to save the planetary. He's trying to build an SCV to repair the planetary from burning down, but he actually doesn't have enough money. He's out of money right now. He needs to cancel these Marines and use it to repair. Oh, these SCVs over here. There's actually more idle SCVs right now. There's 3 SCVs out, but the Muta's starting to clean up everything that they can. So what have we got, guys? We've got 12 Widow Mines and a Marine right now. The planetary fortress is up, but if these Mutas can take it down, they will be able to beat this army in the long run. They will be able to just micro around. One more Widow Mine goes down. That planetary dangerously low. Right now, this Mutalisk still spread all over the place. There's even a Widow Mine there, and it really is just these Mutalisks versus this planetary fortress and these Widow Mines right now. These SCVs need to get back to repairing. He's completely out of minerals. Matzor. Oh! 1 muta goes down. That's only 13 mutas left. Every shot like that just closes Zeren's chances in this game down to very low. These Widow Mines not covering the right-hand side. I was talking about it. There's a little bit of an opening over here, and he's found it. Zeren! Matzor just gets knocked out. The planetary goes down. And at this point, it's a draw game, guys. I don't think Matzor has any way to eliminate Zeren. It's just a single Marine and a few SCVs that can fight. What Matzor has to do is try to force a draw, which might be possible. Ooh. Got to be really careful with the micro here. Okay, so there's still that missile turret. Zeren's going to clean up every single building. Oh, you got to pull back the weak muta. Ooh, okay, it was okay. Focus down that turret just before that weak muta went down. But yeah, what Zeren needs to do is clean up every single building and then try to like just split the mutas versus the Widow Mines, take a whole bunch of shots to the face, and with the remaining mutas, kill the buildings before the cooldown. Now, remember, there's 5 Zerglings, a drone, and 2 Queens. If these 2 Queens come together, they can actually tank multiple Widow Mine shots and transfuse. The Zerglings could spread through here and tank multiple Widow Mine shots, as could the drones. So this is actually a situation which, if Zeren does it like perfectly, Zeren can do it, but 11 Widow Mines, if they all just happen to hit the Mutalisk, even just 3 or 4 hitting the mutas at once, and then Zeren's out and won't be able to break this. So this is actually insane. This is actually insane. Zeren finding a way back into this game. It was looking so good early on, but oh, takes a big Widow Mine shot to the face. He's going to try to find an angle here, but oh, should just use this angle now that that Widow Mine's on cooldown. For the moment, though, I think Zeren, yeah, just going to say, look, let's just kill the easy buildings first, and then I can go for the risky buildings in there. Meanwhile, I think that Marine that was out on the map actually came back. It did. So we've got 1 medevac and 2 Marines here. These random Widow Mines over the map probably want to come back together and try to group up at the front. How long does it take for a draw, says Matt Zor? Well, the thing is, you need to not be losing units or buildings. See, Matt Zor here is thinking like, well, it's a draw. You can't break this. But every time a building dies, that draw timer gets reset. And the thing is, Zeren just needs time. Zeren should win this game, I think. I think Zeren will figure it out. Just needs to be really careful with these last 12 mutas. Cannot lose these. If there was an Overseer, this would be easy. But without an Overseer, it's going to have to be really careful micro from Zeren. It's just got to watch out for these Widow Mines. So watching from... Yeah, Zeren's trying to spread creep for a little bit more vision, yeah. I can see Widow Mine there. Widow Mine there, Widow Mine there. It's like very dangerous. He's gets a couple of shots off. Hasn't quite got that barracks burning just yet. Needs to do 1 more shot to that barracks and it will start burning. Oh, Muda's looking for an angle. Do they notice this Widow Mines? There's Widow Mine. Oh, big shot. That Widow Mine there. Second Mutalisk kill, down to just 11 mutas. This is that moment where you want to F2. You want to actually select all army in these weird late game situations and remember all those units you've left all around the map. Does Zeren see this one on the creep? It's very hard to see Widow Mines on creep, so gonna have to see exactly what Zeren does. Let's put this on Zeren's camera for now. Yep, Zeren's bringing Overlords. Zeren's like, you know what? I can just friggin' walk my Overlords over the Widow Mines, set them off, and then my mutas can come in. Queen's starting to come to the front as well. Zeren's realizing. There we go. All right, Zeren's found the units. This is sick. This is sick. Zeren. I'm so proud of Zeren right now. This is so cool. I love the problem solving that goes on in these situations where you're like, well, if I just headbutt that, I will lose all my shit and it'll be a draw. Or I might even lose. But here we go. Yeah, these queens just fretting creep forward, which will give absolute vision of everything. Getting the queens, Zerglings, the overlords. Looks like all the drones actually died, I think, to those random Widow Mines all over the map. But remember, a lot of these Widow Mines, guys, here, here, here. These Widow Mines aren't going to help with the defense, even though they've 13 kills. Holy shit. These queens, oh man, they're going to be the boss. I would love to see Zeren just walk forward with the queens and just tank shot after shot while spamming transfuse on each other. These guys, this is Van Damme and Arnold Schwarzenegger right now. This is any action movie star except that stupid guy with the ponytail. What was his name? Seagal? I fucking hate that guy, man. I fucking hate that dude's movies so much. I love a good cheesy action movie, but man, his ones were the worst. His ones were the worst. I know there's like people out there like, Steven Seagal was my childhood. And I'm like, you had a shit childhood. Get a better one. The Widow Mines all wasting their shots on the Overlords. The Zerglings are going to go in as well. Nice spread on the Zerglings. Every single Widow Mine has fired. The Queen's coming in as well. And the Mutas are going to rout it. Matzor realizing, oh shit, I am in trouble. Another Widow Mine does come forward, but it dies just before it can burrow. Remember, Tunneling Claws never had a chance to finish this game. And the Mutas are going to just kill those Marines, kill those SCVs, and start to fire on everything. These Widow Mines starting to recycle their shots right now. No, one Queen goes down. Didn't drop the transfuse. The other Queen dangerously low right now. The Widow Mine starting to recycle. That Queen takes a shot. The Overlord takes another shot. We've got one more Widow Mine on the backside with a shot that's on cooldown. But this is the barracks. The last building falls. Zeren cleans it up. A beautiful technical breakthrough. GG, well played. That was sick. Damn. Damn. All right, that was a really good game to finish on. That was cool. That was very cool. Hats off to Madzor for actually fighting back. I gotta say, when you're the Terran in that situation and you think your opponent's cheesing you, you build multiple bunkers and a tank, it puts you so far behind. But Zeren did exactly what I do in that scenario, where you just like freeze up because you're so not used to having bases spread across four areas, and you're like, you kind of choke and you forget like one key thing. And it's like a really important thing you should never forget. And in that game, it was Banelings. There was like no Baneling speed forever. There was like no Banelings. And that's like what creep is for, is to make Banelings good. And instead, every time Zeren pushed, Zeren was like, oh shit, I've got to just run around. I got to counterattack. I can't fight this. I don't have Banes. But GG, well played in the end. Zeren had the calm counterattacks there, took apart the production, played the messy situation out really well. Hats off to you, Zeren. Well played. I see you there in chat. GG, mate. That was sick. That was sick. GG, well played. Thanks for watching, guys. Send in your replays for next week. Topics there. Mini mono battles. I don't know why I'm struggling to say it so hard. Mini mono battles. It should roll off the tongue. Mini mono battles. But for some reason, I'm like, thank you. Thank you for sending your replays in. Sending your replays for next week, guys. It'll be on same time as always. This time next week. And it should be awesome. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to hug a watermelon, kick a walrus, and of course, punch a watermelon to the moon. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye and good night. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere, guys, of course.